Hey everyone, welcome back to my health and wellness channel. So today I'm going to be making a really simple recipe for the fall. So this is mini meatball soup with spaghetti noodles. So what I'm going to be using, guys, is if you have a large soup pot, you want to have one of those. So I'm cooking everything essentially. It's like a one pot meal. So super simple. My ingredients that I'm going to be using for this, I have 2 containers of fat-free chicken stock, and that's going to be for the base for the soup. And as far as what I'm going to be making the meatballs with, I'm going to use ground turkey, 1 egg, some breadcrumbs, and Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of garlic. So that's really the base for the meatballs. And then adding to the soup, I'm going to add some shredded carrots and some spinach with some whole wheat spaghetti noodles. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on to about medium to medium high heat. And I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pot. I would say maybe like a half a teaspoon maybe to the bottom of the pot, just to get that warm. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add my chicken stock to this. I always get the fat-free cooking stock. And cooking with chicken stock as opposed to regular water, it just gives the soup more flavor. And also, you know, sometimes I try to stick to the low sodium chicken stock as well. This time they didn't have the low sodium, so I'm just going with the fat-free. But if you're watching your salt intake, I would definitely recommend getting the low sodium. It tastes the same, guys, just as good. All right, so essentially we're waiting for this to come up to a boil. So while that's coming up to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and make my meatballs. So for the meatballs, what I'm gonna be doing is taking my ground turkey. I'll actually move over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, about a cup of breadcrumbs. One egg. I use about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And then I'm going to put in about 2 cloves of garlic. I love garlic. I'm an Italian girl at heart, so when I can cook with garlic, I cook with garlic. So I love garlic. It is really great for, like, it's a natural like antioxidant, and it's also great for, like, you know, inflammation too. So just FYI. So I'm gonna just grate this right over top of my ground turkey. Literally, guys, I just used 2 cloves. These graters, if you don't have one of these fancy graters, they are amazing, especially to grate garlic or onion. It's really makes things super simple. So that is 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna wash my hands. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of mix this up with my hands here. And the goal for this, guys, is to just make mini meatballs. So, like, I'm talking small. You don't want them huge, because this is essentially like a soup, right? I think I might need to add a little more breadcrumb. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit more breadcrumb to this. I would say like 1 to 1.5 cups if you're using a pound of ground turkey. There we go, that's better. All right, so This is what it looks like when it's all mixed up together, okay? So I'm gonna wash my hands, and then we're just gonna wait. The water should be coming to a boil shortly. And just to show you guys what I'm going to be using for my pasta, I recommend whole wheat spaghetti noodles, and you really only need to use, I would say, about 8 ounces of spaghetti. So this is a 16 ounce, so I have about half a box of spaghetti left. So I would say half a box, and you're just going to break it up in there. And this is towards the end of this, while this is cooking. All right, guys, the soup has come to a boil, or the chicken stock rather, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my carrots first. So they're shredded carrots. I'm gonna add about 1.5 cups. Okay, and I'm gonna let that simmer for about 5 minutes before I add the meatballs. But I want to show you guys how small I'm making these meatballs. So I'm going to show you an example of one right now. And then what I'm going to do is once this comes to a boil, I'll go ahead and add the meatballs. So literally you want them to be about this size. So not too big, not too small, like medium size. So I'm just going to continue to make these. All right, guys, now that we have the chicken stock and the carrots, this is on like medium heat, we're gonna go ahead and add the meatballs. So I'm just gonna add them really slowly into my pot here. It's a pound of ground turkey, so probably makes about, I would say about 16 meatballs. So I went ahead and added those, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my whole wheat spaghetti. So like I said earlier, guys, I used 8 ounces. So that's about half a box of spaghetti that you would buy at any local grocery store. I use whole wheat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and break it in half. So that way it cooks. So just like that. Making a mess, but it's no problem. That's what happens when you're in the kitchen. All right. Take this last little bit. Best thing to do is do it over your pot, like that, so you don't make a mess like I did first time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stir this, and we're gonna let this come up to a boil. I'm gonna make sure that my spaghetti is in the broth. You wanna make sure it's covered up. Perfect, all right. All right, I'm gonna let this simmer for about 12 minutes. All right, guys, now I'm going to go ahead and add the last piece of the soup, which is some spinach. So this is an 8-ounce bag. I'm gonna add a little more than half this bag to the soup. And we're gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes. Actually gonna just stir the spinach in here. Actually probably add a little bit more. There, probably 5 ounces there. Okay. So we added that, I just stirred that in, and we're gonna cover this and let it cook for another 5 minutes. All All right, guys, so I believe that the soup should be finished. Let's check it out here. Yeah, looks like it's done to me. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, because this is really hot right at the moment and I wanna show you guys what it looks like, placed in a bowl. I am gonna go ahead and put some in a container because I'm actually gonna be packing my lunch for work in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some in a container right now just to show you what the soup looks like. So you just wanna get a ladle, soup ladle, and take some of your soup. Okay. So this is what it looks like, guys. Can you see? Hopefully you can see this. Okay. So I'm going to take that for my lunch tomorrow for work, and I'm going to put the rest of this in a, Tupperware container and stick it in the fridge. And this probably makes enough, guys, for about 6 servings. So if you have a family of 4, this is perfect. Like I said, this is a perfect, easy dish for the fall or winter. It's really quick and easy for, a family of 4, or if you're just in a pinch and you need to make something in 30 minutes, this is a perfect 30-minute meal to make. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later. And please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you're on Instagram, follow me on there. My username is Coach Betty Peaches. Have a great day.